All right. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you do not know, I am Amanda Williams, the Traveling Realtor. I go by the Traveling Realtor on everything social media. And today I really want to take you on a deep dive into exactly what eXp Realty is. So some of you may have heard of it, but you don't really know exactly, well, what is it exactly? Is it some virtual company? Like, what does that mean even? You don't have an office. Like, what's a cloud office? So all of those rumors, all of those things that are going around, I want to get really clear and precise on exactly what that means for you guys. And so I'm going to do a couple of different screen shares with you today. The first one I'm going to do here is I'm just going to show you a slide deck, and I'm only going to show you a couple of slides from this deck because I think it's really important to start us off. So I'm going to start off with this slide. This is really showing you exactly what we're in right now, right? So there's a disruptor always happening in different industries and different markets. And I believe now more than ever, we are seeing a lot of disruptors. I mean, think about it. We had the rug pulled out from underneath us overnight in the real estate industry because now we're no longer able to go out and do business as usual, right? And so this happened with Blockbuster and Netflix. Obviously, Blockbuster is pretty much no more. I mean, I think there's like 2 Blockbusters left in the, like everywhere in the world. I guess they're in the world. Amazon did the same thing with all the brick and mortar locations, the Toys R Us, the Pier 1 Imports. They closed over 1,000 stores. All the Dress Barns are now closed. And there's a lot of big names actually closing as well. And that was before this happened. That was before COVID-19. We don't know how many brick and mortar locations are going to be closing now because of everything that's happening with our economy right now. I mean, can you imagine owning a business and like you can't open your business for 2 months out of that year? And what if those 2 months were your busiest 2 months that brought in all the money for the entire year? We're seeing this in real estate firms as well. All of these brick and mortar locations, they had to shut their doors. They cannot leave their doors open. And so, yes, it was a big change and a big disruption in the real estate market already with eXp entering into the market, but now even more so because now these brokers, these broker owners, these franchise owners, they have brick and mortar locations and they still have to pay the rent. They still have to pay the lease, okay? So eXp stepped in. eXp is not like any other real estate brokerage that you have ever seen. I can guarantee you that. It is 100% cloud-based, meaning there is no brick and mortar location, okay? So I'm going to show you exactly what that means. And I'm actually going to go into our world office, and I'm going to share that screen with you here now. Because this is really important, guys. This is the way we go to work, all right? eXp is one brokerage, and this is how you log in. I know I've sent a few of you guest passes, and so I'm going to walk you around and just show you this first, and then we'll jump into all the different tools and you know, marketing center and all that stuff that eXp offers. And so when we think about going to work, we no longer have to go to work and like actually like do our hair and makeup and jump in the car and drive and go do all that. We can actually literally just like log in here. This is our office, and think about this as a real office, guys. So if I were to walk into a real office, then there would be a receptionist standing here. And when I walk in, she's going to say, "Hi, Amanda, how can I help you?" All right. If I went over closer, she would definitely say that to me. So just think about that, right? And so there's someone actually in line there. So we can walk around the office as much as we want. And I'm going to show you a real easy way to go in and talk to people as well. So let's just say I have an issue with my computer. So if I have an issue, let's just say my volume's not working or there's something funky going on, then I can literally come over to the tech outpost and I can take a ticket. And when I take a ticket, it puts me on a wait list. I'm going to leave that wait list because I do not want to call me in.
We can't see that part of your screen. All we can see is your slideshow.
Well, darn. Okay. Well, let's start from here. How about
there we go. Now we can see it.
So okay, let me show you where I came from. So I came from down there. That's where the receptionist desk is. Sorry, I didn't know you guys didn't see that. So I've walked over here to the tech outpost. When you have a question, this is an office. You go take a number and then they call you into the office. Now think about this. When you come in, when you're sitting at one of these tables with one of the support staff, you have to think about this as you are inside of the, you're inside of an office with the door shut. And then only you and that person can actually hear each other talk, okay? And so we turn our mic on here, we can chat here. I'm obviously not gonna do that right now. But we have all of our different offices, and I'm talking like we have probably over 60, probably 100 offices actually. I don't even know how many we have now. I feel like they're adding more every day. So when it comes to the meeting rooms, we have all of these different meeting rooms, and I'm going to share with you why that's so important, because we have 80 different classes a week. So we have all of the different meeting rooms. We have an accounting office, agent experience. If you're transitioning into the company, then you would come here. Growth attraction services. I'm going to show you 2 extra rooms, and then we're going to get back to the other part of the presentation. So if I ever want to go in and talk to my broker, or any broker in the entire United States for that matter, then I can literally come right here and I can just click on whatever state I want to walk into that real estate broker's office, and I want to have a conversation with them, okay? So I'm going into the California state room just because we do have a lot of California agents on the call right now. And so they're actually at lunch from 12 to 1, so no one's here right now. But when you come in here on a normal day, there's a receptionist sitting right here, and they're gonna say, hey, Amanda, how can I help you? And I'm gonna tell them what I need, and then they're gonna tell me which broker I need to speak with. The brokers for California, most of you are in Los Angeles, and so you are gonna be with Debbie Penny. That is your broker for California. And then there's a few other ones as well down here. You have access to go to any of them, but Debbie is like your main broker, okay? Whoops, sorry. My phone is ringing and it won't stop. All right, so there we go. So I just wanted to show you that they each have their own office here, which is super cool. And so like literally if I had a question and I came into the office, then I could get my answer in just a couple of minutes, like super duper quick. So now I'm going to show you another room. This is the university, and I'm going to go into the university auditorium. And this is where the majority of the classes are. So we have trainings and classes and all kinds of stuff all of the time. Like I mentioned, we have it 80 hours a week. And so when you come in, I'll just go up here to the top so you can get a good idea. Uh-oh, I think I just walked out of the office. But I wanted to give you a really good idea of what that looks like, all right? I did, I walked out. So for the time being, let's just pop back over to my presentation. I think you have a good idea of what that looks like, right? And so that's our cloud office environment. You're back on my cloud office environment, right? Okay. I can see you, Doug. So you just give me a yes or a no, because you're the only person I can see here in my on my Zoom. So there you go. There's obviously no brick and mortar locations or anything like that. So if you're an agent that you're like, hey, look, you know, that's great. You know, I can go in and have a office environment in the cloud, but I really need to get out of my house after this, and I really just need to like go to an office and work. I get it. You can actually go to any of the Regis offices once they're open back up, and you have complete access to Regis. And so if you're not familiar with Regis, just do regis.com and type in your zip code, and it'll tell you exactly where all the Regises are in your area. And this is a co-working space, all right? So this is what it looks like. The cool thing about working from a Regis is most of these people in here are not real estate agents. So these are potential buyers and sellers if you're in here networking with them. So I like that part. So CRM and lead generation. Now I am going to show you a little bit about this as well. We use KV Core, and so KV Core is literally, it's a CRM and lead gen kind of all put into one, and it gives you the ability to have an IDX fed website, which all of you should know what an IDX fed website is. That is an actual website that links to your MLS. okay? And let me come back over here. So this is your KV core. You guys see in my KV core? Okay, so this is my KV core account right here. It's going to show me how the clients, the buyers, whoever they are, how they went to my page, you know. So this person came on their cell phone. They've been looking at this property here. This guy has sent me some questions here. And so the way, I don't market this, by the way, but the way that this works is you can literally go in, you have your own website, which I'll just show you my website so you guys can get an idea of what that looks like. If you have your own firm, which I do, I duly affiliated with eXp because I wanted to keep all of my own logos, my branding, everything like that, because I own my firm. I didn't want to let that go. And so what I did is I created my firm logo. Well, I had my firm logo here, and then I just put eXp at the bottom of that. Now, this is completely customizable. You can add in your pictures. You can do whatever you want here. Obviously, put your areas in here. I added a lot of stuff. So I work with a credit repair guy. So I've added in all of his information. I've added in my finance guy's information if they want to come in here and go ahead and get pre-approved for a loan. This is the home value report. This is something that you can share out on social media as well. And this will help you generate the listing leads that are coming in. And I'm not even going to really get into it today, but eXp just rolled out what we call Express Offers, which is an iBuyer program, which is huge because I don't know if you've heard, but Open Door, Knock, Zillow, all of those companies, they're not buying right now. They've completely shut down their iBuyer program. So if you know anyone who was looking to sell to them, go and try to list their property, number one. And number two, if you can't list their property, then just take it over to the iBuyer program. And we have a ton of classes in the cloud teaching you about that as well. So if you have a pre-listing package, you can insert it here. If you have a team, you can put your team here. And so this is your website, all right? And it's obviously going to show all of the listings in our area for my area. So I just wanted to show you that KV Core is just an amazing program. It's lead gen and CRM kind of all put into the same thing. Go back to my PowerPoint. So in a normal day, in a normal world, should I say, we do have a lot of live meetings. We have a lot of live. Do you see my live picture now? Yes?
We see people in a room, yes.
Perfect. Okay, that's what you were supposed to see. All right. So so we do a lot of this kind of stuff. This is what we call lunch and learns. So we come in, we do this. This is an actual presentation on eXp that we do. But what's really cool about what we're having to switch to right now is we're doing it all online. So I can actually take you in and share my screen with you and show you some more of the back end features of eXp versus just doing an entire presentation showing you slides of what everything looks like. I'm actually going to take you and deep dive into this with you. And so when it gets back to normal, we still do have these, but I believe that at least our team, we're going to continue doing these as well, because this just opens it up. If you know an agent in Michigan or Texas or Nebraska, you can invite them into this and they're going to be able to get the same information. And that really is important because I'm about to show you exactly why that's important. So with the live training, I'll show you the training calendar here in a minute. But I already took you into the cloud office. All of our trainings are in the cloud office, and they are all done by agents. 95% of them are done by agents in our firm that are considered icon agents, which means they're selling at least 40 houses a year minimum. Most of them are selling more like a few hundred houses a year. And it's definitely not 20 hours anymore, guys. We had 80 last week, and we're on track to have about 80 this week as well. And so some of them are recorded, but all of these are live. So I've already taken you in. I've already showed you that. Before I get into equity opportunities, I'm actually going to take you back over and show you the calendar, because that's super important, I believe, especially with what we have going on right now. we have just opened up our calendar to all agents. Doesn't matter which firm you're with. We've opened it up to all agents for the next 60 days until the end of May, actually. So you have until May 31st. You have complete access to go in and take any of these trainings. If you want access, let us know. All we need is your email address and your name, and we'll get you complete access. And so this is just an example of some of the trainings that we have. So today we had all of these trainings going on. I'm just going to show you next week here. So if you look at Monday, all of the Excel trainings, these are trainings that have just came out because of the situation that we're in right now with this crisis, okay? So all of these are showing you how to run your real estate business right now in the midst of all this craziness going on. And so this one, for instance, is the 5 actions you must take today to weather the storm now. And this one's in the eXp University Auditorium, which is where I was taking you before I walked out of the room in the cloud office. And so this will just show you exactly what it's all about, shows you what time. Keep in mind that all of the times that are shown here are all Pacific time, okay? So this would be 11 a.m. Eastern time. And once you have your guest pass, you'll be able to log in that way. So that's just an example. The Fast Start program is a new program that eXp's rolled out just in the past month or two. And the Fast Start is for agents coming into the company where you literally, it doesn't matter if you're a brand new agent or if you're just new to eXp and you've had a brokerage for 20 years, it doesn't matter. These are super important classes to take because it really starts you at the very beginning of eXp. It starts you exactly of how do you move your avatar? What do you actually need to have set up for the company? It just starts you and shows you how to work everything like perfectly. And so we have all the Fast Starts. We have 15 classes. I believe they have 13 out already. There'll be 2 more coming. And then a lot of this is just, goal setting, SkySlope, which I'll get into. This is our online transaction management program system that we use. And Intraland is actually owned by us. And when I say us, all of the agents in eXp have an ability to own a portion of this company. This is a lending company, mortgage company. And so if you want to learn more about that, you can as well. And so you can go through here. We own Verbella, which is the software that I was showing you what the office is built on. That's actually a gaming software. So with the gaming software, it's kind of like an Xbox or like any of those. I'm not a gamer, so you guys probably know more than I do about that. But we bought that software. And that is something that's actually, we're really stepping up right now, and we're selling that software to other businesses. And the reason why that is so important is, like I said, we all own a portion of the company. We own the software company. We own eXpI, which is our real estate brokerage. And so if you can see here, this says equity opportunities, correct? Yes.
It does.
Okay, so with the equity opportunities, eXp's NASDAQ symbol is eXpI, all right? It's eXp World Holdings is the actual name. So there's a few ways to own stock in this company. The first way is doing what you always did. You do nothing special. You sell your first house every single year, and the company awards you stock. They're going to award you $200 worth of stock. I believe the stock is trading at around $7 or $8 right now. You'll have to check on it, but they're going to give you $200 worth of stock whenever you sell your first house every single year. All right. The second way is whenever you fully cap. We have a $16,000 cap. And once you've capped, meaning you've sold about $3 million of real estate, then you've paid in $16,000. You then go to 100% commission. Instead of them giving you a cup or a trophy or a plaque you can put on your wall, they actually give you $400 worth of eXp stock. So I would consider that a lot better than a cup, right? And then the third way to earn shares in the company is whenever you refer a friend of yours, another agent, to the company, and they close on their first house, then the company is going to give you another $400 worth of stock as a thank you for referring your friend to the company. Okay, so all of that is considered an equity plan. All right, now the equity plan, this is stock that has been given to you. So you have to be with the company for 3 years in order to cash out on that stock. You think about this as a retirement plan. There's a 3-year vest on this stock. Okay, the second way is in the middle here. It says Icon Agent Award. So for an Icon agent, I mentioned earlier, you hit the $16,000, you've capped out. Now you're 100% commission. If you sell 20 more houses on top of that, then you are considered an Icon agent. And wait for it, the company is going to give you back that $16,000 that you paid in. They're going to give you that back in stock. So essentially, you are over 100% commission if you are an Icon agent. If you're selling, depending on where you are, if you're selling between 25 and 35 houses a year, then you could very well be an Icon agent. All right, so let that sink in because you're getting all of that stock back. You're getting stock for selling every year. You're getting stock for capping. And I haven't even gotten into the revenue share part of this. You're already over 100% if you're like that. Now, the third part is the Agent Equity Program. Now, the Agent Equity Program gives you the ability to have the company keep 5% of your total commission paid on a transaction from selling a house. They keep 5% of that, and they purchase company stock for you at a 10% discount. Now, think about this as if you worked for a big company and they say, hey, this is kind of your retirement account where if you contribute to your IRA or your 401k, then we're going to give you a match or we're going to pay a percentage or whatever that is. It's essentially the same thing. This agent equity program is not vested. However, you can't just get your 10% discount and turn around and sell it next week. All right. That's going to hurt our company stock. And we are all in this together. We all want our stock to be successful. We want our company to be successful. And so we all do this. We all really want to grow together. And so we want to do what's best for the company. Agree? All right. So any questions on the agent equity and the stock awards? And I can't see you. So if you have a question, just like open your mic. I love the agent equity program because it really does give you ownership. And I think what I like most about it is it attracts a different type of agent. It doesn't attract an agent with that employee mindset of complaining about things and like, you know, just always bring in the wine. I say, don't whine, like stop whining and bring the wine, right? Bring the solution. So what this company does is it attracts the entrepreneurial type agents out there. It attracts the agents that will come in and they're like, oh my God, like this is amazing. This is like my company. Like you take ownership. When you take ownership of something, you treat it differently, don't you? You work it differently. And so I really like that because whenever we have all of our company conventions and shareholders meetings and everything, you see the difference in agents just because of that mindset shift. I think it's really important. So the second biggest thing is called a revenue share, all right? The revenue share program literally gave every single agent in eXp the ability to be able to grow their firm within the firm and not be liable for any agents that you tell about eXp, nor any of the accounting part of it or anything like that. eXp takes ownership of all of that. They do all of the trading for your agents. They take care of all of the accounting. They are the ones that are liable for your agents. And it just gives you the ability to come on board and tell agents not only in your backyard, in your little area, but you can tell agents all over the United States, Canada, the UK, and Australia. And we are very soon going into Mexico, South Africa, and then there is another area as well. Okay, Melinda just said we can't hear you.
No, not for you, Amanda.
Oh,
Mike
okay.
can't talk and he's not, for some reason, Mike's unmuted and he can't talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you have to unmute yourself there, Mike, I'm sorry. I can't unmute you. And
I think he has to connect his audio. He hadn't connected his audio when he logged in.
Okay. Okay. Well, maybe
I
you
think
could
it's on Mike's end.
just type your question, Mike, and I'll make sure to get it answered for you. So with this, I want to explain exactly how this works. All right. This is called the revenue share model. So the brick and mortar locations, the big box companies, right? The KWs, the Remaxes, the Coldwell Bankers, all of that. Those companies actually have to pay a recruiter a salary. All right. So they have the owner up here, and then they have the investors, and they have the regional owners, then they sell the franchises, and then they have all of the agents down here on the bottom. Okay. And so with that being said, they have to pay all of these people. They all have to make money. Well, eXp didn't do that. eXp said, you know what? We're going to have all of the agents up here right beside the owners. We're all going to own this together. That's where the stock program came in. That's why we don't sell franchises. It's one brokerage. What I really like about this is they said, every single agent in the firm, if you see this as an opportunity to go out and tell other agents, then we're going to give you revenue share on all of the houses that they sell forever, for life, a passive income, a retirement plan, an insurance plan. What realtor has ever had a way to create passive income? I mean, unless you're investing in real estate, you don't have that opportunity, right? And so this is a revenue share program. This is not a profit share program. This is not saying, oh, we're going to give you a small percentage of whatever's left from the profits of our office that month. No, it doesn't work that way. This is exactly a 3.5%, 4%, whatever that percentage is of the agent selling a home. Okay, so let's just say you referred an agent that sold a $500,000 house at a 3% commission. That is $15,000. If you're making a 3.5%, which you will if that's someone that you personally referred to the company, 3.5% of $15,000 is over $500 that you know that you are making, and that check is coming to you on the 22nd of the following month. That is money that you can spend now because you know it's coming. All right. So the way that this works is if you're an agent with us and you tell one other agent or one other broker about this firm and they sell one house, then you're going to make 3.5% of that. You can make up to $2,800 per year on every agent that you personally refer to the company. Why is it only $2,800? Because 3.5% of the $16,000 that they paid into is $2,800, okay? There's no way you can make more than that, because after they are making 100% commission, then no one else is making money on them until the following year. So the way that that works is you can refer up to 4 people and you get paid that percentage on your very first line. Now you see that there's different tiers here. If you really put your business hat on for a minute and you say, well, I might have 10 agents that I could refer to the company in the next 2 years. I can refer 10 agents to the company. If you refer 10 agents to the company, then that will unlock 3 tiers for you, meaning you're going to get paid every time those agents sell a house for those 3 tiers. And the percentages change here, okay? So let me give you a better idea of what this actually looks like. If you come in and it takes you, let's just say 2 years, okay, and you have referred 10 people and you helped those 10 people refer 10 people, then that is equivalent to about $348,000 a year in passive income. Now hear me, this is only if all 110 of these agents have capped. Not every agent you refer to this company is going to cap. I'm just being 100% real with you right now. Let's say that each agent is worth about $1,000 per year in passive income. This scenario is going to earn you about $110,000 a year in passive income, and that is being extremely realistic. Okay, do we have any questions about the way that that works? I see I have some over here in my chat. FYI, I have already capped. Yes, so Donica, so Donica is an agent on our team, and yes, she capped in her first 3 or 4 months already because, you know, she's in LA and she's killing it out there. I'm so proud of Donica. So yes, absolutely. And thank you, Veronica, for jumping on. So I'm going to go on here, international collaboration. I'm just going to say a little bit about this, actually, not much. What I really like about this is that we have such a powerful network of agents from all across the United States, I mean, internationally, really. And we all are able to go into the same office environment, and we all want to share what's working in our cities. Because the more we all sell, the more we all work to grow this brokerage, the more our stock goes up and the more we are worth, the more our retirement accounts are worth. And so again, that takes us back to all of the agents really, they're in this for the long haul, for the growth of the company, which is super important. So I'm going to take you back to my screen here, and I'm going to show you the enterprise. So this is the back office, okay? Once you're an agent with us, you're able to log in here, and this literally gives you access to everything eXp. And you don't see this unless you're an agent, okay? So here, I mean, you can go through here, but this is just kind of all of the press releases. We have our own charity here for any agents that are within our company that are struggling. Let's just, there was one agent that had a fire last year, so we helped her build her house back, you know, stuff like that. Down here is all of our technology solutions. And so I mentioned earlier, we use SkySlope. This is an online transaction management software program. And so all of your documents get saved into SkySlope. This is free, by the way. This comes with our technology fee, which is $85 per month. That's all you have to pay. And it includes all of this that I'm about to tell you about. So it includes your SkySlope, which includes your electronic signature, your digital signatures, your KV Core. We've already talked about that. Making It Rain's a different lead program. Won't really get into that. That's a whole nother conversation. And then if you wanted to send a guest pass, you would go right here and you can send a guest pass over to whatever agent that requests one. If you want to check your stock, then all of our stock is with ShareWorks with Morgan Stanley. We have our Explorer Guide here. The Explorer Guide is a way that you can go in and you can type any question whatsoever, and there is an answer for you if you don't want to actually go talk to someone live. And we've already showed you this. This is the calendar for all of the classes. Tech support, of course. You can become a mentor with this company. If you are someone who's been in the business for a long time and you're like, hey, you know, I just want to mentor people. I just want to give back. Then you can definitely do that. And you would make an additional 10% on anything that they sell. If you're a brand new agent coming on, then you're going to have a mentor. You're going to be assigned a mentor for your first 3 transactions. And so anyone coming in that's a brand new agent is at a 60-40 split, 60% to the agent, an additional 10% to the mentor. Everyone else is at an 80-20 split. So if you're coming on and you're already an agent or a broker, you're at an 80-20 split until you hit that $16,000 cap. All kinds of stuff here. It's just more information about the mentoring program. Your logos, your branding, your signs, you can order directly from here. I want to show you this because I think this is very cool. This is our marketing center. This is our creative center. So you can come in here and you can literally create anything from flyers, your social media signs, your business cards, postcards, door hangers, your letterhead. If you want to send your clients out letters right now, just check it on them. All of your buyer and listing presentations here. If you're one that sends out newsletters, which I heard newsletters are coming back, guys, or any blog content, then you have tons of stuff in here that you can copy, you can edit. Helpful documents. This is really important for whenever you're working with your clients and you have your list of people that you refer, you know, people in the area. Personalized videos. Yes, we do that as well. And all of your information is right there on the back of the video. And then all of your newsletter templates as well. So all of this is completely free. And by the way, you do not have to order from them. All right. I've had a lot of agents say, oh, well, what are the prices? You know, they're probably ripping you off in prices. No, they're not. So I'll go to the attraction brochures. So there's lots of brochures here, as you can see. But if I go to the attraction brochures here, then there's a couple of different ways that I can do this. So let's just click on here. And once you come in here and you create your first document, it's going to save all of the information. So my information is forever going to be at the bottom of anything in here unless I want to go in and change all of my information. So I could either do a free download, and I can download this as a PDF. I can download it with crop marks, like if you were going to send this off to a printer to get a mass amount printed out. I could download it as a picture so I could post it on social media, or I could do the print and ship option. So I could either ship to me, or I could, actually they're not going to give me the option with this. If I did like a postcard or a neighborhood guide or anything like that, then they would have actually given me the opportunity to either upload my list or purchase a list, and then they would just send out everything for me, which is amazing. So I just wanted to show you that in person because there's a lot of really cool stuff that goes into that marketing center. And then last but not least, we have Workplace. So think about this. Think about Facebook, but it's only for your company. And that's exactly what Workplace is. So Workplace was actually built for us by Facebook, and Facebook was at our convention. And so they came in and they made us an amazing platform. We have a team platform as well. We actually have a team platform on Facebook as well. But this is cool because let's just say that you're in California, okay? Everything that you need is right here. It's from anything from the broker meetings, for the anything. I mean, if you have questions, if you need to get in touch with your brokers, whatever you need is here. If you have questions, you come right up here and you can type in, let's just say you had a question about the express offers. So look, there's an entire express offers community, 6,000 members. So you come in here and you can ask whatever you need to ask about express offers, and people are in here talking about it. So I just wanted to show you that. I'm going to get back to the presentation and then I'm going to wrap this up. So I just went in and just showed you exactly what all of that looks like on the back end of eXp. You've seen this live. So this is the bones of the company here. Whoops. So the bones of the company is 80-20 split, $16,000 cap. After you cap out, you're at 100% commission. Now let's look at the standard cost on this. It's $149 to start. That includes your business cards and your folders. So keep in mind, you're not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a franchise or start an office. It's $149. So the only thing you're really risking here is your ego, right? You're not risking any money. If you don't like it after 3 months or 6 months, so what? Go back to whatever you were doing in the beginning. Go ahead and brand yourself and start your own brokerage. Do whatever you want to do. I can guarantee you this. Once you're in and you understand the importance in the community and you see how we all work together, you're not going anywhere. So $149 to start. It's $85 a month. So it's a $50 a month tech fee, and then it's a $35 a month university fee. I just add those together because that pays for everything. So just think 85 bucks a month, that's it. And then you're gonna have 2 per transaction fees. The first one is a broker review fee. So with the broker review fee, we actually have an entire team of employees, of our 500 plus employees that work in that cloud office I showed you earlier. They go through and they make sure all of your documents are good, all of your I's are dotted, all your T's are crossed, and you never have to worry about compliance again. We have someone taking care of that for $25 per transaction. Well worth it in my opinion. $40 risk management fee. This is per transaction as well. And this is your E&O insurance. I know some of you are used to paying your E&O insurance on a yearly basis. Well, we don't do that. We just do it on a per transaction basis. So it's $40 per transaction until you reach a $500 cap for the year. So you're never going to pay more than $500 per year in your E&O insurance. Okay? So that's the reason for our explosive growth. I joined this company back in 2017, and there was right at about 3,000 agents in this company. We are well over 28,000 agents right now. We actually just had a brokerage of 900 agents come over just a couple of weeks ago. They're out of Arizona. And then there's a lot of other really, really big names coming on. So you just do your research and you'll see those names. But it's been an amazing opportunity to grow, and we're just excited about growing LA. And so the join.exp realty is where you go to get an ICA agreement to learn more. All right. This is the black and white. This is actually something that you can print out. You can put your hands on. You can read this sucker and you can say, okay, well, Amanda told me this, but where does it say that in writing? This is where it says that in writing. So you would go here and you would click on apply as an agent, and then you would just fill out an application. And when you fill that out, don't sign the ICA agreement until you read it. So you go through, you read that. It is 43 pages long. Now, the reason why it's 43 pages long is because you're not just joining a firm. You're not just hanging your license somewhere. You are going to be an owner of a company. So it's going to break down exactly what the ownership looks like. It's going to break down the stock. It's going to break down the revenue share part of it. How are you going to get your money? It's going to break down all of that. So it's super important to do your due diligence and to read that. We are a public company. We went public in 2018, and this is Glenn Sanford here in the middle. This is our founder, and he is a technology genius. We say eXp is a tech platform. Yeah, it's a real estate brokerage, but it's really a tech platform. And so we are on the New York Stock Exchange, and we just got Bull of the Day like sometime last week, so that was super cool. Our next big event, hopefully, fingers crossed, is going to be in August. We have our leadership event in Dallas, Texas. And we actually have Tony Robbins come into this event. And we have a little promotion running right now in our World Cappers team. And so if you refer 15 agents to our company by this time, then we're going to pay for your ticket and your Airbnb to come and stay with us and meet Tony Robbins. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And we also have our eXp convention at the end of the year. It's going to be in November in Las Vegas. We have two really big events every single year. And we had to actually, our shareholder summit was coming up next week. And we are now, instead of going to Florida to all hang out, we're doing it in our office. And so we're going to do everything in eXp World, which is what I just took you guys through. And we're all going to be in there, and I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're going to do it. And they're like super stoked about it. So I'm like, all right, I'm in, let's do this. So that is the eXp model, guys. I just wanted to walk you through that and just share with you a little bit more of behind the scenes, right? So if you guys have any questions, feel free to open your mic up. I'm going to stop the recording now. And
don't reinvent the wheel. Do what works, and it works. And those scripts have worked every time.
Awesome.
So anyway, I can't say enough great things about Make It Rain. And I think I'm the only one within our team, right, Amanda, that's using it.
Yeah, because Kelvin's been doing everything himself.
Yeah.
And everyone else is just working their sphere. So, yep.
Yeah, but I love it so far, and to the point where I need somebody to help me with the leads. So there you go.
Problem we have.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Any other questions we have coming in?
I've been a licensed realtor and a broker. I've owned my own brokerage since 2004. And I have to tell you, eXp is by far the most phenomenal brokerage team that I've ever been a part of. I'm blown away. The people that I'm associated with, they're all like-minded and want to better my career while we're bettering each other's career. And I've never seen that in any sort of model or brokerage out there. I've been with Berkshire Hathaway. I've been with Keller Williams. I've been with, who else? Remax. I've been with smaller brokerages, and I've never, ever, ever experienced this in my life. So it is the best investment you could ever make, by far, hands down, and the cheapest investment you'll ever make. They're out of any brokerage out there, and you have an opportunity to become, receiving positive cash flow for the rest of your life, and think of your family. Like, I have small kids. This is a great investment for them. So, because I can now pass it along to them.
Yeah, I didn't even touch on that. This is definitely transferable down for your kids. If your kids have the real estate license and you've built your passive income, then they can inherit that passive income. So that's huge. All right. So we have another question.